Welcome back, dear listeners. We are delighted to have you joining us once again for another thrilling episode of Shadows of Prophecy. Brace yourselves for a journey full of magic, adventure, and spine-tingling horror as our heroes delve deeper into the truth of their reality and begin to unravel the mysteries surrounding the void. So, grab your favorite snack, get cozy, and prepare yourselves as we embark on this exciting journey together. With us today we have...
Hi, I'm Dan. I am playing the mostly human, a little bit elf, scholar, and rogue, and deity diner, Ren.
I hate you.
Ooh. I know.
You ate that.
They're never good, just so we're clear.
Hi there, I'm Chris. I'm playing the tiefling cleric who is ready to tear down the facade and fuck up those gods, Salvador Saltrose.
Hi, I'm Russell, and I'm playing Upri, Let's Kill a God, Upperland, Johannesburg. I don't know why I said it like that. You're welcome.
Hello, lizard person.
I am human.
I'm human. I play Upri.
And I'm Kai, and I'm playing the half-elf warlock who is in their growth era, Yonsei Bay.
It's true, though.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. As we immerse ourselves in the shadows of prophecy, be warned. For this tale explores the darkest corners of the human soul and psyche, where the line between good and evil is blurred and unspeakable horrors linger in every shadow. Our story is not for the faint of heart, for it will not only bring us to mysterious lands, but have us walk down treacherous paths with unforeseen dangers, as our heroes, who are not always virtuous, confront villains who are not always wicked. As the prophecy unfolds and the fate of the world hangs in the balance, only one thing is for certain. Nothing is as it seems. So, stay sharp, ready yourselves, and we just may make it out of this together as our heroes continue to pull back the veil. Shadows of Prophecy is a Dungeons & Dragons actual playcast with violent themes and adult language. Listener discretion is advised.
You're being spicy with that. I usually know how your intonations throughout that. You tried it different. I liked it.
Mixed it up.
Thank you. Join us today as we enter the Shadows of Prophecy. Act 4. Dawn of a New Age. Chapter 18. Endgame. Last time on Shadows of Prophecy. In the Black Abyss, the Alpha, trademarked, Primordial Ozymander lectures Upri on his podcast and drops some truth bombs. Gods, demons, heaven, hell... all complete and utter bullshit. Religion was created by the bourgeois. Oops. I mean, by his siblings, Maligna and Solarius, to keep the grumbling masses complacent and oblivious on the material plane. Ozzy's sister Arcanus, the mother to end all mothers, birthed the Titans as a sign of friendship with her other brother Razaroth, the Void. Mankind came in later, and have been playthings of sleepy Arcanus and her eldritch family ever since. However, Power-hungry Maligna and Solarius aren't playing fair and could ruin the game entirely by eating the rest of Arcanus, napping Soul like a cosmic watermelon and ending the universe. Ozzy explains he's unleashed the Titans to mess up their plan and to help wake Arcanus so that everything can return to the beginning of creation. Which I guess is good if you're primordial, not so good if you're anything else. Ozzy implores Upri and her buds to take up the mantles of the Titans, fuck up the two rogue eldritch entities, and be gosh dang heroes. Alice fulfills her role as Harbinger of Doom as she sits on a fancy new chair, tears a hole in the space-time continuum, and gives a rousing speech to the silence at the sunken tower. She repeats the high points of Ozzy's spiel and spurs on the cultists to burn their Bibles and embrace nihilism. She causes a singularity, sucking the veil between worlds into herself, and the wall between the material plane and the void starts to crumble. Ozzy flicks Upri through the air like a paper football, and she floats off into nothingness. Salvador leads the shaken, not stirred survivors of the Massacreade Ball from the restaurant that they teleported into up to the highly elevated estate of his patroness and stand-in mom, Elmira Pomone. Upri falls out of the sky unceremoniously onto the roof of Elmira's guest mansion and tells Yancey about Meredith's sudden disintegration. Yancey then commits some light property damage with a barrage of eldritch blasts on Elmira's house. Ren tries to console Yancey with tea, a note, and some sentimental jewelry made from spoons.
Yes, I made spoon jewelry. Oh, I didn't make it. I bought spoon jewelry.
Sal performs a group lucid dream to get the Cliff's Notes of Ozymander's and Alice's monologues. Yancey forgives Upri, saying that Meredith's death was not her fault, though the director would beg to differ. Yancey goes on a boardwalk date with the succubus and gets a fun new ability. Ren and Upri spy on the date under the guise of getting brunch. Ren falls asleep on the beach and makes a deal with the assimilator to consume a god. He conducts an experiment on Upri where Upri pricks Ren with the director's needle. Ren in Upri melds form with Upri in Ren while using her puppet's strings and attempts to gain a director ability to feed to the assimilator. After the party attempts to make gaseous noises with their hands, Sal organizes a big beachside bash with Elmira and his father Vio to give a community one last good memory before the end of the world. The gang strategizes on how to take on the BBEG. Send Thrain and his army to assault the tower, barge in, kill the lore bard, confront the Titans, and kind of wing it from there. After one hella rad shindig with dunk takes and eggs Benny galore, the crew ship out to Entropolis. Over the course of months, life starts to darken as both animals and people start disappearing, and doomsday marches ever closer into the foreground.
Cosmic watermelon will now be my favorite phrase ever. Because it's a very visceral reaction.
New drag name? Cosmic Watermelon.
Exactly. No, because that can be... No. Okay.
All right. So you are all on a boat, making your way to Entropolis. You are arriving with the last of Thrain's army, knowing that Aquila, her birds and the rest of your allies in Entropolis have been planning this attack to a T, and informed you to arrive on the final boats to come in when a funnel has been created towards the tower. During that time on the boat and leading up to it, is there anything that you all would have wanted to do, since we did just force a big giant time jump?
I would like to be sad.
You'd like to be sad. You are permitted to be sad.
Cool.
Cool. Cool.
I'm going to practice some of my new abilities I got from the Dreamer, and I have a new ability called Sandman, which allows me to make a duplicate of any beast or humanoid that I can see within range. But it takes me an entire day to cast it. So I'm going to try to copy for Desley. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
In the attempts, the grand scheme of trying to split them up.
Yes. Because I have a fun new ability called, what's it called? Transfigured Form, where I can let people grow missing limbs back. So, like, if we split them, I can grow their limbs back. That's the goal, at least.
Is half a torso really a limb, though?
Yeah.
What does it say limit? Restore lost body parts.
That's even better.
Work.
I can also add additional parts.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yes. Yes, this was definitely intended. So we're going to start with Salvador.
Okay.
So Salvador, you have some options here. You have some choices to make. You are attempting to recreate Fredesley as a copy form, and then you have the possibility of transferring a single consciousness into this new body.
Yeah.
So, based on the fact that Fredesley has 3 consciousnesses stuck in 2 halves of a body, well, a little bit more than half each, you have to pick which consciousness you are going to attempt to transfer.
Well, could we do like a practice? Here's my thought: that we could do a
Yeah.
practice run where you transfer the consciousness, because you can transfer it back.
Yeah,
right?
I can. We can practice on a seagull or something.
I want to
first.
make sure that the other person, the consciousness that doesn't get transferred, both consciousness, like they can survive on their own. Like if we take Desmond out, I don't want Desmond's half of the body to just like stop functioning.
Oh, like a parasitic twin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it just goes limp and like.
Well, maybe we could tell Frey, hey, Frey, there's some open real estate. You can now take
oh yeah,
over.
yeah.
I think that'll work. But yeah, I'll cast a duplicate body, and you can try it, Wesley, first, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, okay, so you don't want to do the seagull.
Oh yeah,
attempt?
we'll practice on
Okay,
the
practice
seagull
on the
first.
seagull.
I don't want to
Okay.
I don't want to jump like to master class before I do the 101 training.
All right, so
Not a sponsor, by
you
the
have
way.
some rolls to do for the seagull.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so
So
you have to
is it
do
to
some
catch a
rolls.
seagull?
No. Over the period of time, you can catch a seagull.
Yeah, I've got enough. There's enough fish that I can lure
Or
seagull
find a
on board.
mouse or whatever, literally anything. But you have some rolls to do in order to accomplish this transition.
Yeah, so I have to do a DC 16 Constitution saving throw first. I'm gonna cast Enhance Ability on myself, so I think that gives me an advantage on that spell, or on that saving throw.
All right. Nice.
Yeah, I passed.
Okay.
Nice.
So
So you're successful in transferring the consciousness?
of the seagull into the fake gull.
Okay. And it doesn't disintegrate
Yes.
at the end of the hour. Because that is one of the potential outcomes of Salvador's ability, is that the body could become or be unstable and therefore disintegrate and harming Salvador in the process. And then do your corruption save?
Yeah, so I'm Gonna do corruption save, and this is a level 4 spell. So I gotta get a 13. I got a 16. I pass.
All right. So you
Plus your-
pass,
21.
Yeah, I was gonna say
which
plus-
will give you another point of will.
Yeah.
All right. And then, did you want to do some practicing too, Ren?
Yeah, I guess it does. I don't know how I would be practicing. Cause like
You can add some body parts to Seagull.
You wanna
feels,
just-
that
Upper
feels a
will
bit
go up
mean.
to you. Suck me.
Didn't I already do that? Didn't we do that?
Yeah, but you suck the director, not me.
Oh right. Okay, yeah, why not?
Are you just gonna go around in turns and just get all of our abilities?
I failed my corruption save.
No.
It still goes off as planned though, so. What do I get from Upri as I meld form with Upri? Oh wait, hold on. That's that's a level 2.
Do you want a wild surge ability?
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
No, I didn't. I didn't pass. Up to you. You're the DM. You get to choose.
Yeah.
Maybe some wings, or like I can make plant
what are
dresses.
one of the wild surge abilities that you could potentially have?
Can we random roll? Can we randomly roll and
Do
see?
you want to roll
That'd be
D8?
fun. if it was
Yeah.
Yeah,
random.
yeah. Roll a d8.
2.
Grass.
Teleportation.
Is it grass? Oh my god, there's so many things in my character sheet now. It takes forever to scroll down.
You're also doing it on your little
Welcome
itty
Oh.
bitty
to
phone.
high-level gameplay in Dungeons.
You can now teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space you can see.
Hell yeah!
Oh, damn. Okay.
Until your rage ends, you can use this effect again on each of your turns as a bonus action.
Okay, so bonus action teleport.
While
Basically
raging,
Misty stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. How often can I use it? Because I can't rage, so I can't access it that way.
but you like channel the aspect, right? So
Maybe.
just whenever you're channeling Upray, you can teleport.
Yeah, once a
Yeah.
channel.
But like, how often can I use it? Is my question. Because some of mine are once per short rest, once per long rest. Some of them are forms that I take,
Oh,
so they like very much vary. So
Gotcha.
it's giving your call.
Forms that you take. What do you mean by that?
Like so, some of like one of my abilities, like forest, I call it the forest,
Forest
daddy. Like I grow bark skin. That's a form that I take. Versus like Gladys's ability, the temporal swarm, is an ability that I use as an action,
yeah.
as opposed to a form
Yeah,
that
I think
take.
this is channeled just as rage would be. So once you use your action to activate this recall,
Uh-huh.
you can just continuously use it.
Gotcha.
rage
So it's a form.
typically is 1 minute, so we could do that. You could bonus action teleport
10
for 1
rounds.
minute.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
works.
okay.
I will also say, while all this is happening, I'm just on the bow. What's the top of the ship called?
The deck,
Deck, like
The
the
poop deck.
the prow,
whatever the.
the fore.
You keep saying things, Chris. None of us know what they are.
The beginning of the
The top front of the ship.
I'm at the tip of the ship.
Oh, the bow.
The tip.
That's I was right, the bow of
Yeah.
the ship. And I'm just like sitting there, like looking at, smelling the breeze. I'm like, I completely don't even see any of this happening. I just felt like I wasn't saying anything, so I wanted to feel included, as you were.
Maybe you hear in
Are
the
you doing-
distance, "Suck me, Ren."
And I'm like, it's about time they finally did something. The tension you can cut with a needle.
And then Ren teleports next to you. Hey, and then teleports away.
I'm like, ah! Stop doing that.
Bonus action teleport's pretty badass.
Yeah.
It's a great one to get.
And then we do the duplication of Fredesley.
Yeah. Okay, so you are going to duplicate Fredesley's body, so the full form. And whose consciousness are you shifting?
We'll do Wesley first.
Wesley?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So you're going to copy the half of Wesley that is Wesley?
I don't think I can choose parts. I have to copy the whole thing. So
Oh.
it'll still be the Frankenstein.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah. So do your roll.
Yeah, I passed. I got a
right.
23.
All right, do your corruption save.
Let's see how this goes. Nope, I got a 14.
Wait, that
Which is-
passes for you, right?
I need, because it's a level 4, I have to pass a 16.
I thought it was
DC.
13 because you're mild corruption.
No, because now, is it 13? It is 13. So yeah, I do pass. I got
Okay.
14.
Gotcha.
So it's another will.
Yeah.
You just want to be corrupt so bad.
I do. I have a really cool ability that lets me go into the allows me to go into the ethereal plane, and I don't get that unless I'm mildly corrupt.
Yeah.
Can we intentionally fail corruptions and like let the darkness in?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that then.
So how much corruption do you want to let
the darkness in.
So now I have three
you.
corruption and
Reference.
9
in?
will.
You want 3? Okay.
Well, I already had 2, so
Gorgeous. All right.
You are sticky.
what?
I'm just having fun right now.
Oh, I have to get.
Kaya's sticking the inspiration tokens to their forehead.
I had a huge arc last week, so I'm taking a step back. I was definitely like, I felt like I was the lead of last week's episode, so I wanted to
You're
take
the
a step back.
star.
I wouldn't say that because we're all stars. Gosh, way to pin us against each other in the final episode.
So,
Fight.
so is the intent to have 3 abominations? Like, or can
I think you'd be surgical to.
Yeah, can I like surgically split them and regrow those sides of the body?
Ooh,
So Salvador, have you gone up a tier?
So I rolled 3 more times. I caught it like a seal, and
So as the next tier, are you able to make another body?
I could make 2 now that
you
I'm
can
at
make
the
2 bodies,
Yeah.
and leave the one original with
Freya.
Freya's consciousness.
Yep.
But
Okay.
but ideally they would have, because you don't need me if it's just a fully functional amalgam body.
If they wanted to be in regular
Need
human
you
society,
if you want them to maintain an amalgam body for the rest of their lives.
Right. So my thought was that you only need to have one, because I can split
and
the
then you
fake
fix one.
body,
Yeah.
fix half of it, and then with the existing body where that has Freya and Desmond in it, we move Freya to Wesley's side.
Yeah.
And then I cut down the middle and regrow as I cut, because I'm a surgeon. So that feels like, does that make sense?
You can't
I don't think that's how that works in life.
differentiate consciousnesses.
No, I'm not
Yours
looking
is
at
very
you.
physical. So I don't think that you would be able to take 2 bodies stuck together and use your ability to split them and have that be a clean split across their consciousnesses as well as their bodies.
I thought their consciousness, at least for Desmond and Wesley, I thought their consciousness lived on the either halves of their body.
They have learned to control each side of the bodies, but it's a soup in there.
got it.
So then how are we splitting them? How are they going to have non-amalgam bodies? I don't understand that.
Because once there's a single consciousness in a single body, then you can meld the body.
So now we have
What?
Wesley
there are
in
3
body
bodies.
2. You can fix body 2 to remove everything that isn't necessary. So it's now Wesley in reformed body 2.
But I'm still cutting the body.
Yeah.
I'm still cutting the body in half and regrowing parts
Why
of it.
are you cutting it in half?
Because
To get
it's
rid of
2
the-
people. It's
Yeah.
2 people stuck together still.
You can just meld the flesh.
Oh, that's not part of the
You
ability.
just, like, blah,
but
blah,
if I
blah.
can do that, then that's fine.
Yeah, you can
Yeah, you
replace
can
limbs
transform
and-
it. It says you can replace limbs, add extra limbs, change the shapes of things.
That's not okay.
Yeah.
It says return lost limbs and add additional
Such as.
and add additional body parts from
Yeah,
my
yeah.
pool of molded memories.
Yeah,
So
such
like
as.
that's not.
Well, you melded
Okay.
form with the Ferdesley thing.
Yeah,
before.
that doesn't mean I can take existing flesh and smush it into something else.
Okay.
That was my misunderstanding about the
Yeah,
ability.
yeah.
then.
That
Okay.
was my intention behind it, is that you can, as long as you're not changing anything so dramatically that you're not familiar with. If that makes sense.
So you pull them apart like Play-Doh.
Yep.
So a human body is something that you are acutely familiar with.
Yeah, I just. So they're a bit taller than they used to be because I had extra flesh to work with. But like I had to. You have 1.5 stomachs. I fused them together. They're essentially just a larger stomach. You have an extra lung, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What else did you make bigger?
It's none of your business.
Oh,
We'll find that out later.
Shadows of Prophecy After Dark. Then how do we get Freya out? We just have to make another one.
I think we
essentially.
rather
there-
It's
than
the only consciousness left in the body.
isn't there a
after
crystal
2
shoved
of
into
them are
like the
pulled
open
out.
head? Isn't that Freya?
They're open. They're like their heads are
Diffused.
connected with a crystal that goes
Yeah.
between them.
Yeah, maybe.
Or do we just
pull the
abandon
crystal out and
Do we just abandon the original body and copy? Can you make 3 copies at this point?
I'd have to go up a tier. I can only have 2 duplicates at one time.
Then I guess I could try and mold.
Yeah, can you make her like a lady body?
Yeah. Do you have like a preference that I can, like someone that, this is me talking to Freya. Is there someone on the ship who's like form, because I need to copy someone's form to transform a body into it that you want to kind of look like? I can like do my best with that.
You hear Yonsei scream, "Not it! You cannot! No, not me!"
Freya? It needs to happen.
She thinks about it for a little bit.
I mean, I can keep you in the like body that you have.
She thinks
But I
about it
can't,
for
like-
a little bit, but she's like,
In my mind, I can't create like
yeah.
male and female body parts. Like I work with what I've got in the existing body.
Yeah, and she currently has
Sorry, this is a really weird conversation.
two penises.
Yes.
That's how we combine them, is in the shoulder and
Through the
hip.
crotch.
Well, it was just like the hip. So like one arm was lopped off, one leg was lopped off, but the rest of their torsos were there. Remember, because they were extra wide.
Right.
They were like 2 torsos wide.
Got
They're
it.
just dangling next to each other. Sorry, audience.
Yes. This was intentionally grotesque.
Chris, stop it. I saw that motion. I saw that motion. You're not milking a cow.
Oh my god!
What the fuck? Oh my gosh. Okay.
Y'all are all feisty
this is
today.
a-
I feel so.
Honestly, I
gosh.
think Freya's gotten so like Freya's in a weird position because she's like this is the only body that she really remembers and she's really comfortable with it.
Got it.
I can just leave her.
You can make her less
But
alive.
also she does see value in blending in a little bit more.
I could like take the crystal out.
No, the crystal she really wants to keep.
I could put it inside.
Oh.
That's
I
a
could
good
move it
idea.
into the
Yeah,
body.
you can move it into her core.
I pretty much turn the parts of the body into
just-
Play-Doh and smush them together.
You
Yeah,
just
like a
like
big belly
slow.
ring.
You like run your hand down. And you just see the crystal sink into her head.
Oh my
And
god.
can I
And this,
combine
like,
the
lump
heads?
move down.
Do you want one face? Do you want one head?
Yeah, you
Okay.
want. She wants one head.
She's like the size of Bran, I imagine.
Yeah,
like a half giant
She's just
size.
like a large giantess. Yeah. And you just give her like a pretty.
Give her a makeover.
Yeah.
That's
All
just-
right.
just a big- hold on, I gotta roll those.
Have we done all our rolls? And
Yes.
Pass 1, fail 1, fail 2. Failed 2, passed 1.
failed 2, pass 1 for you, Ren. Okay, gorgeous. So 6 corruption, 14 will.
7 corruption, 14 will. I failed my first one too.
Okay, missed that, but thank you.
Yep. What does that put?
All right. And then, was there anything else that Salvador needed to do?
I am going to use my other cleric ability to try to do some divine intervention. So I will roll that every day because I can roll it. If it doesn't succeed, I can roll it the next day.
Yeah. And you're currently at 3 corruption, 9 will? Is that
I'm
correct?
at 4 corruption, 10 will.
4 corruption, 10 will.
Does Desmond start to hit on Sal again?
Yes.
I'm busy trying to commune with Tao. We can.
He's like a little puppy dog. He's like a golden retriever type energy. So I think he likes to try to wait around, catch Sal's attention, catch up with you at lunchtime. Very friendly, never too forward.
it's giving pick me energy.
Oh,
But yes, divine intervention. So, yeah, you can do that every 3 days, you said?
every day if
Every
it
day,
doesn't succeed.
If it doesn't succeed?
Yeah.
So yeah, let's see how many days it takes to succeed.
So I have to get a 10 or lower.
Okay.
28. That's 14, I think. 24. 23.
And you're just like going into your bunk every like night and just like praying, be like, Tao, please answer me. Why?
It's like I keep calling, you don't pick up. Oh, I have to. It's 14. Because we're level 14.
Maybe
It's
they're
fine.
at Do Not Disturb.
You can just roll a 14.
Did I? I thought it was
Yeah.
16.
Oh,
I don't know.
takes a lot of days.
You can
takes a lot
continue.
of
I'll let you know whenever
Okay,
I pass
okay.
it. So that's 3.
That's 3.
Yeah, so I got it on like day 20.
Day 20. Okay. Yeah. I mean, so you spend a long time trying to call upon Tao, and you've never spoken to Tao.
Damn.
Is this the same number? I keep calling you, Dylan.
You are like dipping into your religious text, like scouring over his teachings, trying to understand like why has he let you his powers? Why have you gone down this path? Why is he even a name? A concept? You've spoken to the primordials, well, through Uppery.
Yeah.
And there's this... What would you say your feelings are around this right now?
This is more or less just like probing, because I kind of feel like Tao's kind of a sock puppet for the two primordials, where it's like, oh, I am the god of storms, thunder and lightning. So I'm more or less just trying to ping him to see if I get any response, if I do it repeatedly, and just see, hey, are you real or not? If not, I am coming to get you.
So doubts.
Oh, yeah.
You have a lot of doubt. After ringing his number day after day after day and getting nothing,
Wow, sounds thirsty.
that doubt is growing.
Yeah.
And just when you're about to give up, you hear a response.
Is it Hey with 5 Ys?
Sorry, our call volume has
New
been
number, who
greater than-
this?
Hey, sorry, my phone was on silent. It's set to call if you call 20 times in a row is when it's set to go.
Salvador,
Mid.
my trusty follower, what can I do for you?
There's a lady that's kind of ruining the world.
There's a lady ruining the world. Oh my goodness. That is horrible.
I know,
Horrible.
isn't it?
Horrible. And what would you like me to do?
Tao, I hate you.
I don't know. Blow her
My
off of the tower.
trusty follower. So devout. So religious.
That's me.
So faithful.
Never swerving.
Swear.
Oh, Salvador. Did you really think Tao was going to pick up?
No, I kind of figured you were the sock puppet master, so thanks for confirming my
It's
suspicions.
a pleasure to meet you, my dear.
Which one are you? Are you the Maligna or the other one?
Maligna at your service, or should I say, in command.
Cool. Interesting. It's interesting that Tao is the bad god. I was kind of expecting the other one, but
Well, we've created plenty. This one was a bit of a left fielder.
Yeah, with all the elements. You got the fire god, the water god, air god.
Honestly, I mean, I get why people are interested in following him, but it seems so silly, so superficial,
Civvy.
shallow.
Silly.
Oh, silly.
Anyways, you're on your way to come kill me?
It's one of the tasks on the agenda.
Ha. I am looking forward to it.
Sweet dreams. And I sever the connection.
All right. And as you look out the porthole window, you see the sky has turned a crimson red.
That's a good sign, though. Red sky at night.
Sailor's delight.
Oh.
Red skies in the morning. Sailors take warning.
Okay.
And you have now contacted Maligna. Briefly.
I convey this information to the squad and I say, hey, it's true, the gods don't exist. They're primordials.
Figured kind of as much.
Yeah.
Does that mean like your powers could just like stop at any moment if they feel like it?
Shh, don't say anything.
Oh.
I don't want them to catch on.
My bad.
Well, maybe your magic is more innate than you give it credit for.
Yeah, I mean, there's source magic. That's the whole thing with the wild magic users, where it's just like, oh, it's just darkness floating around.
What?
Wait, so the gods
Maybe
don't
your power
actually
comes
exist?
from belief.
Ooh, interesting. Sorry, what'd you
I
say?
said the gods don't exist?
No. Even the moon god, the god of the 5 moons, doesn't exist.
We have 5 moons?
Yeah.
We have 5 moons?
Yeah.
Wow, someone has not been
You learned
listening.
something.
What are their
This.
names?
Oh, I had it. I don't have it anymore.
Tony, Maria,
Brenda.
Chartreuse.
and what's that? Methuselah.
Methuselah.
Oh,
Yes,
Methuselah's my favorite.
moon.
Yeah.
Stop that!
Jinx showed me a soda.
I don't remember the names of the moon.
I think I can find it.
I do.
This
I just told you though.
I put this in a document that I sent you all like 3 years ago.
So it's Terrace, Mira, Vinta, Talamon, and Gillian. But I like our names better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ours have flavor in them.
I
They
don't
have some
remember
salt and
them.
pepper
I've
at
already
least.
forgotten. Besides Methuselah. And Brenda.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yes, Brenda
Tony,
has
Maria.
flavor and
Tony- oh, right.
spices.
Tony, Maria. And Anita.
I want to leave America.
Anything else that you all are doing?
We're done.
During your trip.
Does a letter come back from the strays? Because I sent a letter about. I mean, they assume that Mare's gone
Yeah.
because
At some point you do get a letter back. And so what did you say in your letter?
I just explained what happened, the deal that was made in order to bring Meredith back, and the fact and like letting them know that it was not Upri's fault. Thank you.
Yeah.
I was blanking on your name real quick. And that to show some grace and that we will mourn as a family when we see each other.
Yeah. So yes, Nim does write back at some point. With as much comfort as he can provide you. Sadness. And he imparts some memories of Meredith as if he's processing. And he reiterates your sentiment that this is no one's fault but the gods that are manipulating you all and everything. That you all have been fighting an impossible battle. And reminding you all of the strength that you hold. then he says that it is difficult in Entropolis right now. Things are moving quickly. There is a lot of momentum, but when you arrive, they will hold a grieving ceremony with the family and the friends that they have made there.
Okay, bet. Sorry, that's not. Sorry.
We're gonna have a funeral. Okay.
Cool. I'm going to find Upri and just give them the letter. Give them a quick hug and walk away. You should read it. I think it will make you feel better.
Upri will try to read the letter.
I walk back realizing that Upri can't read that well and read it to Upri.
I think for like a week after the letter arrives, Upri is just gonna like be really sad and go rot somewhere, like the modern version of rotting. But can I like put down roots and grow it into the ship?
Sure.
Like just like a clicker that turned into like a fungal spore, but it'll just be like a bunch of vines and flowers.
Yeah.
Somewhere sunny.
We'll make sure to water you.
Yeah, just come by and water me every day. And she just kind of sits there dissociating and processing. And then eventually we'll get up and there's just an upper-sized hole in this cluster of flowers.
Probably really pretty.
Yeah. That's it. She's sad. She could be mad, but we're in the middle of the ocean. The more I destroy, the closer the ship will be to sinking. And I don't want to do that.
Maybe you can grow a raft. So if you destroy a ship, we can jump on it.
Just grow into a raft.
Yeah. You're like a transformer.
You're just like
Right,
face up.
because we established I can grow wood out of my heels.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just going to concentrate on growing logs out of my feet for the trip. How many logs do I squeeze out of my feet, Tim?
I mean, did you have your morning coffee?
What do I roll for log squeezing?
Can you grow herbs?
Don't want to address that.
Aw.
No
That's weird.
I could probably only grow stuff that was native to the enchanted
fern.
forest.
Or probably just to whatever fern was.
Oh, fern was a maple.
Yeah, so everything is probably maple based.
Oh, so there's just like helicopter things everywhere. They're getting stuck in everything.
You make syrup.
I make pollen. Your allergies are really pissed off.
Oh no. Okay. Anything else that y'all want to do on the boat before arriving in Entropolis?
I'm good.
No.
Yeah,
All
Yeah?
set.
All right. So, time has passed. We've established that the fading has been taking place during your preparations that have created this sense of urgency and this like impatience that everybody is ready to get on their way, and it's been Akila's voice of reason that has held you all back from running into this final battle prematurely. And it is also Akila's face that greets you on the dock as you arrive to the ports in Entropolis. Entropolis is a kind of two-tiered city. There is the main city that is a little bit more inland, and then there is the port city. And the port city is where Lark's Perch is situated. It's also a little bit removed from where the Order army has set up their encampments outside of the main city. So between the two settlement areas is where the Order is currently situated.
So does that mean Entropolis is under siege?
Entropolis has been commandeered.
Oh, it's occupied.
Yeah.
It's occupied.
The main city, at least. The
The main
port
city
city
has
probably
been
is a little more
occupied.
free movement.
And then that army's on the way to the tower.
Yes.
So we're arriving at the same time with other armies.
Yeah, it's going to be 3 armies.
Yes.
Converging
How's
at
that
once.
gonna work?
Have you seen The Hobbit? That's exactly how it'll work.
You said
I've
that
not
last
seen
week,
that.
Oh, we do. Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
and
Well,
we made
there's
it very clear that none of us have seen it.
So
There's-
Aquila
yeah.
has been providing you with updates and instructions. She has been the one guiding you all, filling you in on the operations of the Silence, giving you updates about the Order. You are aware that the Order has been moving towards the Sunken Tower in a very indirect way. That mixed up in all of this is the battle against the apostate mages that have now joined into the fray. They have the apostate mages. Some of them have become very closely aligned with the Silence, while others remain indifferent about them. And there is yet another faction of apostate mages that has a great disdain for the cultists. That because of the cultists, this attention has been put on them in the first place. So there's a lot of inner conflict within the ranks of the apostates. And obviously the Silence is benefiting greatly off of this. There's a lot of confusion and chaos. The countryside between Entropolis and the Sunken Tower has been mostly evacuated and has become battlefield after battlefield after battlefield as the different forces clash. Aquila and Thrain have been working together to divert their army, your army, the Inquisition, south. To loop up back towards the Sunken Tower from the other side, as to avoid coming into close contact with the Order, the Apostates, and the fringe battles. You are to follow the same trajectory. That the army that you have arrived with is the back line that will be making the final push through the front line to create that tunnel, or that funnel, towards the Sunken Tower. That is the plan, at least. You all arrive. The boat docks. The gangplank is shifted onto the boardwalk. And you all begin to make your way off of the boat. Aquila waits for you on the docks. She greets you and immediately ushers you to Lark's Perch, which has become a refugee shelter ever since Mara decided to shift it into one following the fall of Siag. Siag is about a 10 days journey from here. And unfortunately, very few cities had been welcoming of refugees. And smaller settlements lack the resources to take in the mass amounts of people. As you arrive at Lark's Perch, you are met with a bustle of people. The energy is intense. Everyone is buzzing around in preparation. The refugees have kind of become the industrial arm of the army. That they are supporting this Inquisition in return for the housing that had been provided for them.
The tracks. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I was say I would like to lead the party, the 4 of us, up to my personal apartment, where I imagine Twilight's waiting for us.
Yes. Twilight
kitty's back.
jumps down from a bookshelf and sprints on over. It's like that. You hear the yes, exactly. You hear that burst across the room. It could probably be heard below you as Twilight bolts across the room, and immediately wraps themselves around your legs and starts doing figure eights. You can all hear the purring, and they wrap their tail around your leg as they keep rubbing back and forth and back and forth.
Yeah, I will pick him up. Oh, hey, little buddy, how you been? Give him like some belly scritches. This is my personal apartment. We can all crash here. We can get some cushions up here to make beds on the floor. Not a lot of space, but there's not a lot of space everywhere, it seems. Anywhere, it seems.
You notice a boot sticking out from the couch, the sofa, and then a familiar lump on the couch.
What?
Red hair,
Oh. It's like, what do you mean there's a lump in the couch?
dirty boots, resting up on the arm of the sofa, and a loud snore.
I'm gonna sit down on the floor next to Mara and poke her in the face.
She brushes away your hand and snorts a little bit, and then shifts herself onto her side.
I'm also gonna drop Twilight on her. It's the game we play.
She curls up a little bit and almost cradles Twilight in her sleep.
Psst, Mara. If it were any other day, I would have told you to get your boots off my couch.
And
Slap-
you
I-
see,
little slap on the
as
face.
she wipes the sleep from her eyes, you give her a little slap.
I'm home.
And she just bolts up and grabs you with her like beefy arms and pulls you in.
She's a hunky woman.
She is a hunky
I remember Mara.
woman. And the years that have passed, she's bulked up.
Wait, how long have we been gone? I thought it was like a year.
It's been like a year and a half or so.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
For us,
Yeah,
it's been
she's bulked
5.
up since the last time you saw her.
She was bulky to begin with.
Ren! Oh, it's been too long. It's so good to see you. Are these your friends?
Yeah, Yancey, Upri, Sal, and there's somebody else here that you can come in now. And I imagine I've like told.
Yeah, as Wesley pushes open the door, it creaks, and you see his face light up. You see Mara's face light up, and then she kind of almost pushes you out of the way.
Expected.
And you just hear her heavy boots just stomp across the room as she just rushes in, squeezes him around the waist, picks him up, and spins him around. And the two of them just jump right into it. They just start going off, catching up and chatting, and like too much excitement that I'm not going to role play because
we don't got the time.
we don't got the time.
That's a you conversation.
That's a neat conversation between two NPCs. But they just go off. Like there's no interjecting into this conversation. Mara is like absolutely flabbergasted by the fact that Wesley is here, alive, in the flesh. And then she breaks down in tears as she is just like overcome with emotions. Sadness, rage, joy, love. And the rest of you are all kind of like left out of this.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
There's a lot of emotions in the past few months, so
Give them some time to catch up. Yeah.
All right. So what do you all do?
do you have any sarsaparillas?
Of course we have sarsaparillas. What kind of
Right.
establishment do you think this is?
I'm just gonna walk.
We didn't run out of sarsaparillas, did we, Mara?
No. I think I picked some up the other day, or there was a delivery Tuesday. I think. I don't know. It's been really hard to keep track of.
Oh, yeah. Come on downstairs with me. I'll give you the tour. Grab some sarsaparillas from the kitchen while we're there. It'll be a little busy, but that's okay. I give them the tour, show them what Lark's perch is like. I guess I'll give the
He's like now.
Yeah, I'll give the... Well, I'll tell them what it
very
was.
different. Yeah.
And what it is now. I'll give the tour to Wesley, too, because, it's his namesake
Yes.
establishment.
So like all of the like silk curtains and like room dividers, those have all been taken down. You see a lot of it has been recommissioned into just like cots.
Yeah.
And like makeshift kitchens. A dining area has all been set up with long tables. And it's gotten a bit hodgepodgey.
Yeah. Are Justice and Midnight there?
You hear that Midnight has actually been out on a mission.
Okay.
So
Hateful.
Midnight has been
Hateful.
recruited by Aquila
That tracks. That tracks.
as
True.
one of her special operatives.
That tracks.
Yeah. Justice is
Sure.
around. Justice is has mostly been a cook.
Yeah.
So he still runs the bar, but it's less of a bar now and more of a ale
Yeah.
keg stand.
Yeah.
Wait, wouldn't their pronouns now be she, her? Since
She, her, they.
yeah, since he died and then was put back into a body of a woman.
He still goes by.
Work diva. Okay,
He,
perfect.
they.
He they.
He was he,
He was he,
they?
they, yeah.
Okay, it's been 3 years, y'all.
Yeah.
I remember.
So he was he they. So he still goes by he they pronouns. You do notice that he is wearing a binder as a result of being in a female body, and he was always an effeminate guy, but still like presents himself as male.
I'd like to offer to use Transfigure Form to essentially give him top surgery.
Oh,
Wow.
that's beautiful.
I'm not gonna give it to
didn't
you, but-
even think about that.
Yeah, do I get inspiration?
yeah.
Not that I was fishing for
England.
inspiration.
No,
but
abso-fucking-lutely. This has been
I failed, by the way. My corruption.
your
saves.
corruption. Okay,
Worth it,
so you get
honestly.
inspiration by helping Justice feel more comfortable in his body, and yeah,
Cool.
they're able to. They're very open to the idea. I mean, this has been a wild journey for them. They died. They were put in another body, one that they were unfamiliar with. And they've gotten used to a lot of things in life. So they are very comfortable with the conversation, helping navigate and make decisions and instruct you how best to support them. So, yeah. And then let me update you're at 8 corruption now?
Yes, 8 and 14.
Damn.
There's a lot of
Climbing real
shifting.
quick.
Yeah, we're climbing. The other thing are the other people that you see around here. You see a lot of there's a lot of familiar faces, including the strays. You run into the strays. Is there anything that you want to say to them? Yeah.
No, I'm just gonna hug and cry. And I'm gonna hug each one of them and just cry and look at their face, like very much like making sure that they're all okay, and just I'm presuming it's a very emotional reunion because of Mare's death. So
Yeah, Upri would echo that, I think.
Yeah. At this point, Aquila walks by. And just she notices that you're having a intimate moment. Because she had originally come up to talk to you all. So she pauses, and then she turns to Ren and Salvador, and she goes, let them have their reunion, and then meet me up in your... We've been using it as our... Yes.
I noticed. Yeah, I noticed. That's okay. Yeah, we'll be up there in a minute.
So as the two of you, Yancey and Upri, have your reunion with your family, we are all going to fade to black a little bit, because we're all going to go on a break. And when we return, we are going to pick up there. So we are going to go on a 10-minute break, everyone, and we will be back shortly.
Bye.
All right, and we are back after our break. Thank you for bearing with us. And yeah, what has happened since we ran into the strays? Yeah, okay, sorry. I was a little bit distracted. Okay, awesome. So we have our little reunion with the strays, and they let you know that there is a, that the ceremony is, planned to go off later today. That
That's
there
fast.
isn't a lot of time to spare. That this has, unfortunately, come at a time when you all have a mission to do, and there's no delaying that. That the world is going to end if you don't do something to stop it. And unfortunately, that means that sometimes life needs to make itself small. But you can't go on without at least a little bit of grieving. You have to let go of that. You have to let go of some of these feelings. And so they've made some space. But in the meantime, Aquila needs to talk to you. She's waiting for you up in what used to be Ren's private quarters, which we have slowly found out is no longer private.
Pseudo-private.
And has been requisitioned as more of a planning space for Aquila and Thrain and Mara and all the others who have been working on the war efforts. So as you return upstairs and open the door into Ren's private quarters, you see Aquila, Mara, Bran, Thrain are all sitting around a table. All right, so sorry to have kept your reunions so short, but it's important that we give you a rundown of what's going on. Please sit. You all walk over and you sit down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so okay.
I don't know. I can't
That's
control
what
your
this was.
characters.
That's what this
You
was.
have to say that for the audience.
We sit.
Yes.
All right. So you sit down. She clears her throat. All right. The last few days, our ranks have been trying to break through their front lines. But unfortunately, the silence is rather a large force to reckon with. This morning, The Order also moved in from the north. And that flanking seems to be working in our favor. I figured that once you arrived, you'd had a couple days. But unfortunately, it seems we're out of time. Yeah. We have to march in the morning. This will be our only window of opportunity. A funnel is just about to break through. It's tight, and I can't promise any more space to be made. But if we send you in, and I've been talking with some of the others, with a special ops team, they would be able to protect you and get you to the tower. Keep that gap open. Now, it should work. If you remain concentrated on the main objective. Confront Alice. Make it to the tower and confront Alice. That is your number one priority. We can't have any of you lost to the fight before you reach it. If you get distracted or pulled out of this, all will be lost. Let your allies take this fight for you. You are too important to do anything but make it up that tower.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's like,
Oh, good. I thought I was going to have to fight you on that.
oh, no. Like,
We're very
yeah,
agreeable.
we've talked about this a lot. Like, that is,
We are self-aware.
that is our goal.
we know we need to wrap this deadly thing up.
Beautiful. Well, then I think it's best we make our way downstairs for the ceremony. I want you all to get plenty of food and rest tonight. You need to be at your utmost peak performance.
Yonsei takes a deep breath, stands up, and starts walking out.
As you make your way downstairs, the room becomes quiet. You see Nim standing at the front of the room, and as you make your way into the main space, he beckons you over. You see the rest of the strays are seated nearby at the front of a makeshift stage podium that Nim is standing at. There are 2 open seats there, and 2 more just behind.
And you all should take the front seats.
All right.
Yes, we sit.
So you sit as everybody kind of holds their breath for a moment before Nim begins to speak. Dear friends, family, and kindred spirits, today we come together to honor the life of my daughter, Meredith. She was a radiant soul whose light touched us all. Meredith was not just my daughter, She was a vibrant melody in the symphony of our lives. A harmonious blend of joy and love that filled our hearts with warmth. He pauses for a moment as he wipes away a tear that had begun to form. Meredith lived her life with a playful spirit and an unwavering devotion to the teachings of Voluptia. She understood that love is the true essence of existence, and she embraced every moment with an open heart and a boundless capacity for joy. Her music was a reflection of this love, a celebration of life's pleasures and the beauty of being alive. As a musician, Meredith had a gift for creating melodies that stirred the soul and lifted the spirit. Her songs were like love letters to the universe, each one a testament to the power of passion and creativity. Whether she was strumming her guitar beneath the stars or dancing in the rain, Meredith's music was a testament to the joy of being alive. But beyond her music, Meredith was a pillar of love and support for all of us in the Strays. She had a way of seeing the beauty in each of us, of lifting us up when we were down, reminding us of the importance of self-love and acceptance. Meredith understood that to love oneself is to love all, and she embodied this philosophy in everything she did. Today, as we bid farewell to Meredith, let us not mourn her passing, but celebrate the incredible life she lived and the love she shared with us all. Though she may no longer be with us in body, her spirit lives on in the laughter we shared, the songs she sang, and the love she bestowed upon us. So, let us raise a glass to Meredith, our beloved daughter, sister, and friend. May her music continue to echo in our hearts, and may her love shine on in the heavens above. Rest in peace, dear Meredith. You will be dearly missed. But your love will live on in the hearts forever. It is for Meredith that we must save this world. That there is a reason to keep on living. For in us, the memory of my beautiful daughter lives on. And as his final words break, he begins to sob. And he slowly shuffles off the stage. The room sits in silence. Besides the muffled sobs and intermittent sniffles. Would either Yancey or Upri want to say anything?
I think Upri would just like dissociate the whole time. Just 1,000-yard stare. Not really respond or acknowledge anyone.
All right.
Yonsei stands up, but doesn't go to the podium or wherever Nim was speaking. Meredith was the oldest of us strays, and the wisest, and the kindest. And it's unfortunate that it has taken me this long to understand why she was like this. She has been there for all of us strays, through good times and bad times. And as Nim said, even though she is not here with us physically, she is with us in spirit. And if each of us can act a little bit more like Meredith, the world would be a much brighter and better place. Though I am sad to have lost a sister, what I have gained from this is understanding, resilience, and care. Though we have a long battle ahead of us, I live this and I do this for her. I love you, Mare. And I'll see you soon. And I sit down.
As you sit down, Varn places a hand on your shoulder and then tilts you in towards him for a hug.
I hug back. What I will also do is I will take off the spoon necklace that Ren gave me, and I will put it on Nim's neck.
After you finish your speech, Senin stands up and goes up to the podium, gives a bit of a speech of his own, trying desperately to maintain his composure, to keep a semblance of strength and support. And after a few other people who had gotten to know Meredith before she was whisked away into the void, they come up and they give short little tidbits of memories that they had recently formed with her here in Entropolis. You get a tapestry of tales told by the myriad of people that she touched while she was here. The people whose lives she had made brighter and better. Those who she brought a smile to their face on some of the darkest days that they had ever endured. The remainder of the celebration of life is an incessant reminder of the beautiful spirit that your sister was.
Ren will have gotten the like staff or people who had worked there to like pass out drinks to everybody to do a cheers,
Yeah.
a toast.
You do a toast in Meredith's name. And then Justice begins to bring out your last meal.
Don't say it like that.
Or what may be your last meal.
Wow, that's better.
A hearty, nutritious stew.
Yeah.
Something easy to make in bulk, but given the care and attention regardless. Mechanically, this will be a hero's feast.
I was just gonna say that.
What does that
Surprise, surprise. So Hero's Feast is a magical feast that gives you some benefits. So I will read those benefits now. So it's a 6th level conjuration spell, but it effectively cures you of all disease and poison. You become immune to poison and of being frightened.
Oh, that's big.
Yep. So you are immune to poison and frightened. And all wisdom saving throws will be made with advantage. Your hit point maximum will also increase by 2d10.
Should we roll that individually or should we do a cumulative?
I think that is an individual thing.
Okay.
And you will gain those hit points. And this will last for 24 hours.
4.
I got 9.
I got 20.
I got 10.
Nice.
Oops.
Upper, you would get 4.
Override it, so I only have 4 HP.
So do we change the override max HP to 20?
Yeah. So you will add your max hit points, and then your current will be raised to that because you haven't done any fighting today. And you are going to be doing a long rest before heading out in the morning.
I'll whip together some local musicians to play some music, and we'll have a little somber party, I guess, before we all head out tomorrow.
Yeah, the room is a mixed bag of emotions. Throughout the night, you are consistently confronted with that fact.
Is there like a tree outside?
Yeah.
There are trees. Yeah.
Cool. Upper's gonna go sleep in a tree and not partake in anything.
All right.
And just keep to herself.
All right.
Do you want me to check on you?
No.
Okay. I'll probably stop by the tree a couple of times and just be like, hey, how's it
I mean,
going?
any food or drink you hand up into the tree, she'll just take and eat in her tree.
Yeah, I'll definitely bring
like a
up some food
critter.
and drink.
Hand back the empty dishes. You can take more.
You let me know if you need anything, okay?
I am going to walk to the tree
Yeah, you thought you were going to get away with this.
Damn it.
and I'm going to look up and say, Uppry, you don't have to come down from there. I get it. When you were missing for those 5 years, I isolated myself too because I thought it was my fault. All I want you to know is that your family is here for you. Just like Mare said to me all those years ago when I was in your place. So come down when you're ready and not a moment sooner. And then I walk away.
Okay, bring bacon.
Huh?
I said bring bacon.
I'll try my best.
I'm going to put Twilight up in the tree with you. Just going to bring him out and just like set him on a low-hanging branch.
Am I supposed to eat this?
No,
Okay.
have a little bit of good company.
and then you hear like a rustling of and then just like really loud purring as I'm cuddling. As I scooped and cuddled.
Anything else that you would like to do?
I'd
before
like
turning in.
have a very short, I promise, conversation with Mara.
All right.
So pull her out of the outside, not near the tree. Don't worry.
And Midnight returns. Hi, everyone. I'm Midnight. I'm back.
I'm back. I've killed everyone. Everything's better.
And
World saved.
And I brought a friend, Wendy Williamson. Oh my God, how are y'all doing? I'm back.
And then 5 seconds later, a meteor falls out of the sky, killing everyone in 100 yards.
End of podcast.
If you want to voice 3 people in a conversation, you are welcome to do so. It's really freaking difficult. I can promise you that.
No, Midnight's doing something important, so I guess she'll be important, but just know that she's there in spirit.
Yeah.
Tim, I have a question. I want to buy some potions, and I can teleport to wherever I need to buy them from. But can I buy, if I wanted to buy a potion of speed, which
Y'all have had months to prep.
Okay.
So, like, if
I would have bought them.
Yeah, you could have bought all of the shit that you needed in that time period.
So I give each of you a potion of speed, which allows you, it's basically like casting haste, which is good because it ups your AC. It allows you to move double your speed. I'll send you the link to it, but you get +2 to your AC. You have advantage on all dex saving throws. You get an additional action each of your turns. But it has to be attack, dash, disengage, hide. And it lasts for up to a minute. So for up to a minute, as long as you don't lose concentration.
Oh, it's concentration.
The spell is concentration. I don't know how the effect of the potion works. If it just automatically it lasts for a minute, I don't know.
You just said it's called a potion of speed.
A potion of speed.
It says no
probably-
concentration required.
Oh,
in
that's great. So it just lasts for a
Yeah,
minute.
it probably doesn't need concentration. Potion, yeah.
The potion's yellow fluid is streaked with black and swirls on its own. So it's moving by itself when it sits still. It's unsightly.
It's yellow with black streaks in
It's
it?
yellow with black swirls that move on its own.
Oh.
Gross.
Maybe it tastes like
bile.
bananas.
Okay, but there is a bad effect. When the spell ends, the target can't move or take actions until its next turn. So
it's
you
just
lose
one
a turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But you gain actions on 10
Yeah.
turns.
It doesn't say that.
They can't be lost.
On the D&D Beyond doesn't say that.
Well, it says the haste spell, which is the actual.
Oh.
So you have to look up the haste spell.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of
so
lethargy.
you're pulling Mara aside.
Yes.
What are you going to say to Mara?
How has catching up with Wesley been? Have they like gone aside to themselves?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Honestly, I feel like I'm living in a dream right now.
I figured you
This
would.
is wild, Ren. This is
Yeah.
Totally, bro.
This is wild,
You're
dude.
telling me, bro.
this is like
Bro.
I was not mentally prepared for this.
Oh, same. When I first found him,
And it's brought back a whole like flood of emotions. Like
yeah. Oh yeah.
I won't get into the details, but it's been a pretty crazy day.
Yeah, you seem especially horny today.
Ooh.
Yep.
Seeing it, calling it like I see it.
That's true.
But before tomorrow, I just wanted to apologize for leaving after Wesley died.
Oh,
I'd
boss, you don't gotta do that.
no. Let me finish. I just didn't have the tools to deal with it, and that's all I could do. It wasn't you, I promise. I've been holding on to that for a while, and I just needed to say that. And we don't know what tomorrow holds, so here we go.
Nobody has the tools for this shit.
Yeah,
This isn't something people are meant to do.
Yeah, but I walked away from everything. And then you got hurt because of that. And I'm glad I found you afterwards. But things could have gone better.
I appreciate that. And I could say the same to you. You were hurting. And I could easily say that it was my job to pick you up as well. But we didn't. And things moved on regardless. And here the fuck we are.
Here the fuck we are.
Bruh.
Bruh.
Bruh. Bruh.
Bruh.
You know, it's... This shit has made me rethink a lot about us, our place in the world, how small it all is, but then at the same time, how fucking important your everyday is. Those moments that you share with others, you know? Like,
Yeah. Truly bro
am
words
I
of wisdom.
making any sense? Like, you get me, right?
Yeah. No, I totally get you.
Totes my goats, shaka bruh.
Yeah. Broy words of wisdom. Well, that's all I had to say. You stick with him tomorrow, okay? He's going to be out there with us, and he was never quite a fighter like you were. So just watch his back.
Fuck. Tomorrow. Yeah. I keep slapping myself, hoping I'll wake up and this will all be... But then, you know, maybe I want to stay in the dream.
You don't want to do that. We've been in a couple dreams and they weren't fun. You don't want to stay in the dreams. The dreams are bad. The dreams are always nightmares.
She places a hand on your cheek and she like looks you in the eyes. And she begins to slowly move towards you.
I'll back up a little bit.
Yeah. So reading your body emotions, she like diverts and just kisses you on the cheek.
It's not you, it's me. How do I say that nicely? Something about the creature inside of me, the Titan's power is just... I don't feel that way anymore. About anything. About anyone.
What are you talking about? Good luck out there tomorrow. I will see you in the morning.
Yep, I'll see you then.
This is happening outside.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can hear it from the tree.
You just hear it from the tree. Oof.
It's like sad.
Yeah, I'll stick out here for a little bit. I'll see you inside. I give her a hug.
She hugs you back, and it's like a really warm, long hug, firm. And then she lets go of you real quick and then runs back inside. You can see that her cheeks are flushed with red, and she's a bit frantic.
Yeah.
But she disappears back inside.
I'm going to go sit under Upree's tree for a little bit. I won't say anything. I'll just sit under a tree.
You know what? To make this all dramatic and TV show like, I'm also going to walk out and I'm going to have a bunch of candy bacon. I'm going to hold my hand up to the tree. Do you grab it?
Absolutely.
And I'm also going to sit next to the tree and I'm going to pat Ren on the back but not say anything and just look to the distance.
Can I have one of those?
Damn it.
Just one. I'm
Sure. I hand a candy bacon over. I have like a bouquet of it too.
Yeah. Just sit in the dark, in the moonlight, eating candied bacon.
As the northern lights cross the sky.
And night sets on Entropolis.
Wait, does Sal join?
Yeah, I'm hanging out. I overhear the whole situation.
You were just listening in on my private conversations?
I was nearby. I was busy doodling in my notebook.
Wait, so was Upbury. So keep that same energy for everyone.
There are a lot of birds that like to hang around Lark's Perch, so I was getting us some nice sketches. Lots of pigeons.
Bird. I guess I hand Sal also a piece of bacon too.
I didn't even have to ask. Thank you.
I knew you were going to. So I was just like,
The air begins to get chilly. A cool night breeze washes over you all. And the stars twinkle in the night sky as the rich murmur of voices inside Lark's Perch begin to lull. The night plunges into a calm, quiet, like the kind of calm you feel in the eye of a storm. And eventually, everyone begins to go to sleep. As you hang out with each other, Akila does pop out and just kind of nudge you all to bed.
Fair.
That gentle but firm way that she tends to deliver instructions. And you all go to bed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah? Anything else you'd like to do?
Nah.
Just sleep in my tree. It's my tree now.
It's your tree now. Alright. So you go off to bed. You sleep. You get a long rest. I don't know if it matters. I don't think it does.
Nah.
All those spell slots you used at the funeral.
I think Sal did some spells, right? Didn't you do a spell or two?
Yeah, I was thinking. I didn't say it, but I was thinking of like, oh, well, prestidigitation is I can cast illusions to make like flowers appear. I can actually make flowers actually appear.
Right, because you could turn illusions into reality.
Yeah.
What?
But yeah, I'm back to normal now.
All right, War Day.
War Day. Alright, so we are going to skip ahead.
Sorry.
to the epilogue. We win.
Yay!
No casualties.
We're going to skip ahead. We're going to skip the morning. You all have a regular ass morning. Well, not really. There's nothing regular about this, let's be honest. But you all have a morning, a typically expected morning, leading up to the final battle of a campaign that's been going on for 4 years. Super typical. Super typical. And you teleport to the line. From a safe distance, you and your allies, those that have been closest to you throughout this adventure, are with you. In addition to that, Bran has a couple buds that are with you as well. And as you congregate far enough away from the line that you're in no immediate danger, but close enough that you can charge in when ready. One of Brand's buddies gives you a little bit of a pep talk.
Yes. Yes.
All right, friends, companions, and our allies. We stand on the brink of the greatest battle of our lives. Let us remember what drives us forward. The passion of life. The bonds of love we share with each other. And the unyielding will to survive against all odds. In the face of darkness and despair, it is our love for one another that will light the path ahead. It is our determination to protect those we hold dear, and will give us the strength to overcome any obstacle. And it is our unwavering belief in the power of hope that will guide us through the darkest nights. So, let us join hands and hearts united in our resolve to stand against the silence and the primordials. Let us fight not just for ourselves, but for the future of all existence. Together, we are unstoppable. Together, we will emerge victorious.
I don't know what voice you're doing. I don't know whether to be offended or to laugh.
It is the love that binds us.
The love.
The hope that sustains us. And the will to survive that will lead us to triumph.
Wow, the lungs on this one.
Yeah, truly. It's got some
Let
stamina.
us march forward with courage and conviction.
I don't know what to do.
For the dawn of a new era awaits us on the horizon.
Yeah, I feel like he's repeating.
Let us rise, my friends, and claim our victory. Yeah. And he puts his hand in the middle of the circle.
Oh.
No,
3, 2, 1.
Amen.
Cheetah.
Charge!
Oh, we're charging. Not this stranger giving us a pep talk.
Wait, aren't we a special ops stealth mission?
So we don't charge.
Less
no,
stealth.
not a stealth
What's it just
mission. There's nothing
special ops?
Yeah.
stealth
Oh.
about what's about to happen.
They're
just
clearing a
running
line
for it.
and we run.
Yeah.
Oh, before we actually continue, I want to say that I have my cloak of protection on and I have my boots of levitation on. So
Okay.
I look like Storm right now, kind of.
I'm gonna
Except without white hair
Yes, that's true. I don't know.
and boobs.
hop on.
I'm thick, so there's the titties are there.
I'm gonna
discretion
hop on
advised.
Upri's back and use transfigure self to increase her size by 1 class.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna ride on one of your shoulders with my bow and arrow as we charge in.
All right.
So now you're huge? Is that the size class? You're now huge?
Large.
Large. I thought you were large to begin with.
So
Okay,
technically
just
medium.
Just the high side of medium.
Yeah.
So big Upri. And I'm gonna give you a couple tentacles too if you'll take them.
Sure.
They come out of your like rib cage and they can like flail around and like clear the area.
I'm gonna make him titty tentacles.
Okay, cool. Titty tentacles.
Okay. I'm going to look over and be like, weird. And then keep. I'm Naruto flying, levitating, I guess.
And I am running on foot.
Gorgeous. Okay, so your squad starts charging ahead towards the line. There is a battle that has been going on for days all around you. So you see bodies, you see signs of conflict all over the scorched earth, the scars of war. And you see that the Inquisition army that you have put together has, in fact, formed a wedge amidst the silence. Leading up to the tower, you can almost see a sliver of a pathway winding its way up to the tower. And at the top, you see Alice. A static, storm in front of a pitch black hole the size of a large barn that she floats in the middle of. The crackling energy can be heard across the battlefield. These crashes of electricity and arcane energy rumbling the ground as the cries of battle surround you, filling your ears and washing out all other voices. You rush forward. You in the rear, behind your squad of special ops, right next to Nim, as he begins to cast a spell that puts out a cloud of mist that begins to flow from your group and envelop the fringe of the battle around you. As you charge ahead, this mist rushing in front of you, you start to see the forms of illusory bodies amalgamating in the mist.
Nim is terrifying.
Yeah, Nim is terrifying. And then, as you're running by, you notice a small hole on the ground. You almost trip over it, Ren.
Oh, I'm on Upri's shoulders.
Oh, you're on Upri's shoulders.
Because
Okay.
Upri's large now.
Upri almost trips over it, but you see the hole and you point it out to her. So she's able to sidestep. Just as you see a little tail disappear into it. A scaly red tail. And then
It's Marky.
you continue on.
Hi, I yell out.
Do we see a bush?
As within the cloud of smoke, you start to see enemies charging around, lost and confused, slashing at the illusory forms made by Nim. And you see two cultists in robes making eye contact with you, noticing and recognizing you. And they begin to make their way across the field towards you. What would you like to do?
I guess we push them, cut and keep pushing.
Do you recognize them? Or
Do we recognize them, or are they just
They're
Jen?
just cultists.
Cultist A, Cultist B?
Cultist A, cultist B.
I mean, I'll shoot arrows at them.
All right.
I got
So
my
make an
arms
attack.
and legs free.
Yeah, make an attack.
Nat 20.
All right. Roll for damage.
Oh gosh. Okay. Wait. Hold on. That's so many dice.
Yeah. That's like quite literally what we're doing here.
Okay, and this is with my fancy new bow, the dragon wing bow. So that
All
is
right.
one. That's 2d. Oh my god. Okay, 2d8 plus my sneak attack because I rolled with advantage. Okay, so wait. So sorry. Okay. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5d6. 10, 20, 23 plus. I rolled again. 23, 33, 43, 46 damage.
All right. You notch an arrow, and it flies across between your front line, hitting this cultist dead in the third eye. They stop dead in their tracks and just teeter on over as the other one begins to recite an incantation. You see the crackling of energy between their hands as a flaming ball of fire begins to form. And that is when you see Mara charge across. What would you like to do?
I just rolled for it too, so I'm just going to cast Mantle of Wrath. Why not use the powers? So everyone in a 30-foot radius of me gains 1d6 of fire damage whenever they hit with a weapon or an unarmed attack. I was trying to say before you shot the arrow, but you did not need it.
Did not need it.
Well,
Yeah.
just to be...
And I just made a con save, and it was actually, I rolled a 19 plus whatever my con save is, so 23, so that's another will, I guess.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, I like to think that my arrow, like, because it's like a psychic arrow, because that's what the damage that my bow does.
And am I in level 1 of corruption or tier 2 of corruption?
You have moderate corruption, if I am remembering correctly.
So is that tier 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's an additional 1d6.
Oh, so it's 2 more d6 because I crit. Hold on.
So it would technically be 4.
That's like 15 extra fire damage.
Yeah. They're dead. They're very, very, very much
So
dead.
now when each of us, if you're in a 30-foot radius of me, so I guess a 60-foot diameter, add 2d6s to your damage.
Cool.
All right.
And that lasts up to a minute, so.
All right, so you cast your
using the
mantle
spells.
of wrath as everyone around you is washed with this aura of fire. And you see Mara bolting across at this other cultist as you see 2 more forms behind them in the mists starting to come into vision. She lets out a wild cry as you can see that fire mantle wrap around her. She takes out her great axe and she begins to swing down at them. Goldfinch and Robin
Wings
right
of mercy.
behind her. They're green capes with the golden wings on the back billowing behind them as the 3 of them take off to push back this wall of cultists that are starting to make their way into the midst, keeping this funnel open for you.
Robin mutters, "You can't churn butter in a broom closet," as she runs by.
She's a monk, right? Is that right?
Was she paladin?
I forget what she
No,
was.
Goldfinch was a paladin.
Yeah.
I think maybe
I think
a monk.
she was a monk.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see Goldfinch, like, takes their sword and charges forward, this, like, beam of light shooting out in front of them as they all just charge at these cultists.
Hey,
Am I at 8 will now? Or did you already update it?
I just put it to 7, but...
Oh, yeah. No, you're right. It's 7 then. I didn't. No, it's 8. It's 8.
Is it 8?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Mantle of Wrath was actually pretty cool. I'm disappointed that I didn't use it sooner.
we got it now.
Well, I'm using the... now I've used almost every transgressor power that I have.
All right. You continue charging forward. You get to a point where Nim is lagging behind. You break out of this cloud of illusions as he keeps the army or the armies from closing in around you. But as you break out, you see a bush.
Not the bush.
Oddly untouched by the battle. And you just glance at it and you turn away because you hear the clacking of metal as you see a horde of order soldiers start closing in on you. What would you like to do?
Can I do Sleet Storm?
Sleet Storm?
Yeah.
Abso-fucking-lutely. What do they have to do, or do you roll an attack?
They need to do a dexterity saving throw.
Gorgeous.
And it's a DC 19, I think.
Just knock them all
There
down.
are 6 of them in this group, so I'm going to roll 60-20. Okay, and what is your DC?
It is 19.
Okay, 2 of them are successful, but the other 4 are immediately, like, overwhelmed with sleet. How much damage do they take?
It is not a damage spell. It is
Just
most.
knock prone?
Yeah, they slip and slide, so they can't.
This storm rolls in above you and just starts pelting the ground with sleet. You hear the clambering of metal as they begin slipping out from their legs, slip out from beneath them, and they crash to the ground. The 2 that are still standing slow down, but still are making their way towards you, their swords raised and fire in their eyes. They have clocked you as apostate mages.
It's fairly accurate. at this
What
point.
would you like to do?
They have to make another roll on their turn because
Okay.
I centered it on them.
Gorgeous, gorgeous. All right, so those 2 will make a roll. They both fall on their turns as they get like 5 feet away from you, and they are just about to swing, and they just both smash into each other as they slip out. As they are all like clambering, trying to get up, you catch a glance at that bush again. This time, it's surrounded by a bunch of bodies. Cultists. They appear to be sleeping. Huh.
It's very on brand.
And you continue pushing ahead. As you rush ahead, you see Bran lock on to a group of cultists that are turning around, casting a meteor swarm. So you see them holding their arms up in the air, and the sky is beginning to open up above you, and this giant meteor is starting to fling down into the ground in front of you. Bran immediately locks eyes with him and begins to charge with his 3 best buds, the one that gave the speech inclusive.
Yeah.
Anything
That
else
guy.
you would like to do to help Bran out?
Is it one target or it's a like a shower of targets?
Meteor Swarm is technically 4 targets, but there's one that has manifested so far.
I think
It's like mid-cast.
I could cast Shatter on it, and it would like break off into smaller parts.
All right. Cast Shatter.
It's a DC. Well, I'm casting against an inanimate object. How's that work?
We could do it anyways.
Okay.
I think it automatically fails according to the spell text.
And since
Or has
it's
disadvantage, something like that. Yeah.
and if it's made of inorganic stuff like stone, which I'm guessing it is, it does have disadvantage anyway. So
Oh, okay.
All right, so disadvantage.
a con save of DC 19.
I'm going to say it's a 15.
So it fails.
So it shatters in the sky, and the chunks of meteor begin to rain down on everybody. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Everybody?
Can I sprout my wings and shield at least these 3 people? And
Make a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage, and yes,
so normally they're at advantage. So would it be normal then?
so normal then.
Would we have to make it if we're being shielded?
Still make it as a fallback.
Sorry, it's high up there. It was 16.
A 16. All right. What was Yonsei's?
What was we rolling for?
Dexterity,
Dexterity.
save.
Dexterity save. 6.
6.
10.
11.
All right. And I'm going to roll for your allies.
That's a lot of allies.
All right. So Upri immediately reacts, jumps up into the air, and spreads her wings out, shielding the three of you. The rest of your allies do get pelted with some of the debris, taking some damage, but it is greatly reduced by the fact that it was shattered and not a giant meteor. It would have been, I think, 40d10.
How much damage do I take?
You are going to take... Where's my d10? There we go. 5 bludgeoning damage.
All right.
Easy peasy.
172.
Do the rest of us take any damage, or are we all protected?
The rest of you are protected.
Oh,
by
good.
I hide in Upri's hair.
No, the wings.
Right, but I'm on her shoulder.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I just
yeah,
hide
that's
behind her
true.
head.
Yeah. All right. So now you're about like halfway to the tower.
Halfway.
Yeah, this is a long route. There's a lot going on. The whole fucking multi-day battle going on.
Yeah,
here.
fair.
All right. So that apostate mage is dealt with as Brian just slashes into them. They begin to get surrounded by other mages, and they are just like brawling it out, trying to break down as many of these mages as possible before they can cast off any spells. But you are plowing ahead. With you still is Alton, Varn, Senin, Cyril,
Oh, Cyril.
Wesley, Desmond, and Freya.
Oh my.
Yeah, you're still
I told
a
Mara
pretty
to
large
watch
group.
Wesley's back. What is she doing?
Killing people.
It's
Oh
true.
wait, no, Wesley's not there. Wesley's with the Wings of Mercy. That's right.
Okay, cool.
In my notes, I wasn't
tracks.
sure if they were going to be in individual bodies yet. Great. Okay. So you are going to now see that the funnel ahead of you is starting to close up. That you're only halfway there, but unfortunately the battle is getting very spicy. That the ranks that went in ahead of you are starting to thin out. The Inquisition army, you're seeing less and less of them as you get closer and closer to the tower. And because of which that tunnel, that like pathway that you had through is really starting to close in. In order to reopen this, you see Alton, Varn, and Senin dash ahead because Senin has their astral arms out.
Oh, right.
And Alton's just really fucking fast, and so is Varn. Senin casts a spell across all of them, and they are hasted as they sprint ahead. You see Alton just starts like jabbing, because Alton is a halfling, starts just jabbing people in their main artery in their thighs, and just like taking people out, just like zip.
Zip, zap, zap.
Yeah. Ren winces remembering
Yeah.
the one time Alton stabbed him.
Yeah.
Varn is just behind Alton, just like firing off shot after shot after shot. This is full on Legolas.
Nice.
Just like
Damn.
like 3 arrows notched on his bow at once, just like taking out like rows and rows of enemies. And then Senin is just like running in there with like flaming fists, just laying into people, his astral arms just ripping them off the ground and throwing them across the battlefield. Yeah, they just went in and just like exploded the area in front of you. Bodies are just being like thrown about, collapsing to the ground. And they're off. But dead in front of you, in the pathway that they just cleared, you see a familiar face. Upri.
Timothy.
Long, straight brown hair.
No.
A
Sorry.
black ribbon around her neck. Wearing a black lace dress. Her
Honestly, pretty cool.
features are a
Serve.
little different now. She's taller than you remember. About 10 feet.
Whoop.
And her arms are long and twisted. The suction cups wrapping around two corpses that she is constricting in her grip. And behind her, you see the looming shadow of a man. Almost demonic in his presence. Gargantuan in size. And just a shroud with bright red beady eyes. You see from this cloud daggers shoot out in a fan across the battlefield as two tentacles start bursting out towards you from Sorelli's arms.
Oh no.
What do you do?
What was funny though is that like Upri kind of remembers Sorelli, but like she scooted very soon after. Like as soon as that fight ended and you and I were hugging, she scooped up blades and skedaddled.
Mm-hmm.
She's
I'm just like,
corrupted.
Y'all, I got deja vu.
Who is that? I hive mind us, the four of us.
We explain without wasting any
And
time.
yeah,
Got it.
and that's when Yancey, you like whip around just as you see these tentacles shooting towards Upri.
Can I cut them?
Your friend Sorelli.
And who's the
For
Cloud Dagger Angry Eyes?
Is that not blades?
Oh.
Blades.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Remember, she's a medium.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, so it's like the evil, corrupted spirit of Blades running around throwing daggers at people? That's heavy, bro.
As you look closer, you see that the like smoke of black is sprouting from her back.
Ooh.
He is like a demonic presence inhabiting her body.
What do we do, you two? You seem to know this one.
Vanish?
Yeah, go for it.
You thought of it. I think I'm a little frozen, I'm like a little frozen. So if you cash it,
This is another of this is a Titan chosen.
Yeah.
This is a level 14 Titan person.
So they probably have buffs to their saving throws too. I can try it.
Yeah, we just need him out for a minute.
Yeah, we can just run past them. I'll cast Banishment on them.
All right. What do they have to?
It's a charisma saving throw against 19. And how charismatic are they in general? Do you
I forget what class they were. It might have been a charismatic class. No, I think wisdom. What were they?
I honestly don't remember.
I don't either.
Wasn't one the
They really
swords
was.
like a sword singer, a blade singer? That was blades, right?
I was a ranger.
Okay.
I was a dex tank. I forget when my sister played. Something spoopy. I remember that.
It was a cat. She was a caster.
She was
I know that.
caster.
She could have been a
She was a
sorcerer,
caster.
though.
I think, yeah.
She was probably a sorcerer.
I think so.
I rolled a 12 and a 14, so like, even if she had, like, what is your highest save rate now?
19.
No, what is your highest?
what is
like,
my highest
saving
save?
bonus?
It's like 5. It's plus 10.
It's plus
Minus
10.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so she'd probably be on there, around there too.
If she was a sorcerer, she would.
14. Yeah,
Yeah.
so she's gonna save.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does Blades pass as well?
They are.
Oh, they're attached.
They're attached.
Gotcha.
They are not a distinct. Blades died. She's a medium that is channeling his spirit.
Gotcha. Hey, dead people come back, but yeah.
I'm gonna run forward and rage,
Yeah.
but you notice there's no ooey. Instead, as you're on my shoulder and I'm just like stomping, you just feel like all the muscles around me just like become rock hard, and you like feel yourself like lift up.
Oh.
And then the air gets like really hot and heavy. Like, you know, when you walk into like a haunted room, you just feel like a sinking feeling, and then like all the air around Upri gets like that heat effect where it like wiggles, and then there's like a random wind. My hair just like starts going up, like Super Saiyan style.
Wow.
Ren will conjure his wings from his cape and like catch the wind and like float
Dismount.
off of Aubrey's shoulder. Yeah.
You're like, nope, not today.
Yeah. I want to stick around for that.
And then there's just an explosion of colorful light
good
within
thing I did.
within 10 feet of me. Everyone has +1 to their AC.
Oh, just kidding.
And then I'm going to reckless attack as I summon Amber. I think I'll summon Amber up here mid swing.
You hear Tina, and my shield pops up.
Thank God I have a +14. Jesus. Does a
Prediction.
23 hit?
A 23 will hit. Yeah.
All right. I'm rolling 2d6s that my sister gave me to kill her character, so that's weird. Oh, sister. 2 1s.
2 ones.
Snake eyes.
So that's 11 plus 4 is 15 slashing damages. My minimum is 15 damage.
15 slashing damage. Okay, so you slash into these tentacles as they're shooting towards you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
All right. Before my second attack.
Yes.
Don't forget, you
All
have to
right.
add two d6s because you're in
fire
my 30%.
damage.
You're in my
Oh.
radius.
2d6 or 1d6?
Yeah, 2. Because I'm in a different tier of corruption. So
So it's 8 fire damage on top of
All
the
right.
15 slashing. Okay, so that was an 18. I get advantage in dex saves. 5.
All right. So as you slash into her, the tentacles keep shooting forward, and they slam into your chest, pushing you off the ground, throwing you into the air, and then slapping you down onto the ground.
Oh.
God.
Okay, so I'm knocked prone.
So you're knocked prone, and the air is knocked out of you as you see Cyril step over your body and
Climb.
point a finger at Sorelli. You see chains shoot from the aether and spin around her, slamming into her body and constricting her. You see Desmond, Freya, come up behind Cyril, raising their swords, and they begin to charge at Sorelli. I've got this, Upri. Keep on going. We'll hold her back as long as we can.
Okay.
I'll fly down and try and help you up.
Is it down to the 4 of us left?
Basic, yeah, it is.
All right, I'm going to say all aboard, and I'm going to stretch my wings. That probably have a wingspan of like 25 feet because you enlarged me.
Oh, yeah. You're huge.
You're like an eagle.
Yeah, I'll fly. I mean, I have my wings out now, so I'll fly up with
All
you.
right.
Okay, I'll scoop whoever.
Yeah, I'll jump
Start
on the back.
flying.
I'll jump on, but I'm still looking at Blades and kind of reminding myself what this is all for.
Yeah.
So as we're flying off, I'm going to say, goodbye, Blades.
You just see behind you that there is a flurry of spells being cast by Cyril. Tentacles now shooting out of Sorelli's body in all different places. Her form is starting to become twisted, and you see that her body is starting to contort and grow in size.
She's becoming a land kraken.
Can I? Ooh. No, I won't.
You want a taste?
I was gonna like, can I mold form with that? But I'm not gonna do it.
As we're leaving, can I do 3 Eldritch Blasts on her just as like a parting
Parting
damage?
Oh yeah. Roll for to hit. And then roll for damage.
One was a nat 20,
Yeah.
which means it was a 29. One is a 26, and one is a 24.
Jeez.
All right, those
Wild.
are all gonna hit. She doesn't have a particularly high AC. She just has a lot of hit points.
That's going to be a lot of die. Because the 2d6 are also part of...
Yeah.
I think it's
20's
part
my
of
dish.
each of them. Each of the... Is it part of each of the blasts, the 2d6 with the Mantle of Wrath?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Separate
Okay.
attacks each time.
So I'm going
Oh
to do
my
the nat...
God.
I'm going to do the nat 20 first, which is 2d10 plus 4. So that's 9 plus 4, which is 13. I'm adding a maddening hex to that, so that's 17. Plus 9. So what did I say before that?
17 plus 9.
It's 26. So that's the
26.
first. That's the first blast.
Wait, did you double it because of crits? Like, did you roll again?
I rolled 2
Oh,
d10s.
okay,
Yeah.
You should roll 4d6 because you also double your fire damage.
That's true. So what was the number before I said that?
26.
26 plus 8.
As we fly away, there's just a nuclear mushroom cloud. And then just,
That's the first. That's the first
Three of
blast.
Yeah.
So that's 30 something. 34.
Jesus.
My
fuck.
God.
For the first blast. The second blast is 6 plus 7, so that's 13. And the third blast is 11 plus 8, so that's 19. So 19 plus the other two.
Yeah. So I think that's a total of 26.
34 plus.
It may have been 36. I don't know. You can do your best. judging.
66, I believe.
My God.
66 damage with a fucking cantrip.
Yeah. Sounds right. Sounds like a warlock.
Yeah, that's all right.
So you blast her with your Eldritch Blast, and you just see chunks of her breaking off as she's hulking out, and it's just spraying black ooze across the battlefield. You see that one of the blasts hits her hard enough, and there's like a reverberation of the splatter, and just completely creams Cyril. With
Wow.
and as you all start to fly off on Uppery's back towards the tower, you're at about like 3/4 of the way there now. Ren,
Yeah.
you look out into the crowd as you see a beam of this like twilight colored light.
Uh-huh.
This like reddish purple hue blast down from the heavens.
Uh-huh.
And as it clears away, you see in the center of where it made contact with the grass is a tiny woman with curly white hair.
Yeah. Oh my God, is it Babs?
And you hear her voice carry across.
Why, Babs, the, crafter
battlefield.
and potter of
How'd
my
she get
small
past-
town.
How'd she get past Sorelli?
Slips and falls, slips and falls.
She is.
Take that.
Oh my God. She's a cleric, so she just like divine interventioned herself onto the battlefield. My God.
She's like, I brought pie.
She whomping people with her cane still?
Yeah, she's walking around with a cane. You see that she has like mittens on.
Interesting.
That she's like taped on.
Of course she has. My God. Protect. If I can reach anybody with my my high fine eyesight, protect that woman with all costs.
Oh, and you just see
God.
ripples of energy just like shooting out, like pushing people back around her. She's created this like circumference around her on the battlefield.
What's that spell? Where you the cleric spell that you creates spirits around you that hurt everybody?
Spiritual guardian.
Spirit guardians.
Spirit guardian.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, so she's spirit guarding, and it's just like reverberating around her in this like perimeter, just like blasting people away. And she's just like hobbling through the battlefield, just like.
I look at that. I'm like, whoa! I thought I did damage.
Yeah.
This is what clerics do on a daily basis.
Work.
I do damage. I try to restrain it because I'm always in crowds.
There's a moment of silence as we all look at Sal as we're flying up.
I mean, I can
Can you
guess-
create that ring?
What?
Can you do that ring?
I can make a ring.
Okay.
Yeah. I can make bugs. I can make all sorts of things.
Bugs.
Guys, we have a world to save. Let's
Right,
focus.
Sorry.
Yeah. And now, as you are like sky sprinting, what I don't know what else to call that.
Flying.
Sky sprinting. Yeah.
Flying.
Flying, you're flying, but fast.
Soaring.
Soaring towards the top of the tower. You hear the crackle of energy coming from the void, and there is an explosion. As all of a sudden you see a tentacle, a gigantic tentacle, and an arm and horns burst out of the hole behind Alice, and they start swiping across the battlefield. This is like literal colossal sized arms burst out of here, and they just start swiping across the battlefield. They are just like basically lawnmowing over the battle. You hear people start screaming out in pain and agony as they're like thrown like 200 feet across and just smashed as everything starts to explode around you, slamming into the ground. And you see and you know who these are. The Titans have arrived. And that's where we're going to take a little break.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. So we're going to go on a little bit of a break. And then when we return, I'm actually going to bring one of you down here at a time. Because we're going to do something. All right? All right, listeners, we'll be back in 10 minutes.
Bye.
Bye. All right, we are back, and things are a little different right now.
Come on, banana gun.
I am here with just Dan.
Yes, hello.
The others are still on break. Because as the Titans arrive, there is a shift in the energy on the material plane. And it's as if in your head, Ren, time pauses. You feel your body frozen, but your consciousness goes on. You can hear your thoughts moving, and the battle around you stops as well. And then you feel their energy. The assimilator.
Hello?
Ren, you've done so well, bringing me the director's energy.
Yeah, how'd that go, by the way? Did you find them? Did you...
I have not been able to consume my sibling. But the taste is driving me further.
Great.
You feel the tether between you and them become taut. The channel which binds you together stabilizes like a direct link. You feel their energy, their essence swirling inside of you. Can you make me a perception check?
Yeah. Perception. That's persuasion. Okay, perception. That is a 21.
All right. So as you sit in this space for a little bit of time, you start to see a light. Deep, deep, deep inside of you. But only shards of it burst out through the little cracks and crevices of the swirling black energy that engulfs it. A chaos of corruption. The essence of the assimilator deep inside the core of your being. How does this make you feel?
Ooh. I think Ren's become accustomed to the assimilator. It's almost second nature for him at this point to use the assimilator's power to, like, change the flow of battle and whatnot. It's very second nature to him at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So, almost comfortable.
Yes. Ah, it feels so nice. You have done well by me, Ren. And I have done well by you.
When you say that, I still don't understand what this ring does.
We
It's a
formed
bit rude.
perfect partnership. I can make you stronger. I see you are aiming to take on my parents.
Parents. Okay. Yes. Yes, and if you're willing to lend it, we'll need as much power as we can get.
I will help you kill them. I will help you consume them. We will consume them and we will become one. Would you like to allow this trajectory forward?
Yes, to an extent. I don't want to give control of myself over to the assimilator, but the more power if we're fighting a god, we need to be as strong as we can. So I want to walk that tightrope of allowing the assimilator's power in while keeping control. That's the goal, at least.
All right. So I have given you a handout.
Yes.
And there is a section called Strengthen Connection.
Yes.
Is this what you are intending to do?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah. I think out of the options here, which I won't read out loud, I'll let other people find the other ones. That is what I think I would do.
All right.
We've had a good rapport so far, even though the assimilator is kind of a nutbag.
All right, so this is very straightforward for you then.
Yeah, seems like it.
You just have to make corruption checks until you receive 3 successes, and just let me know how many fails you get.
Okay, so just general corruption checks. Wait, let me see.
It will just be a d20 plus corruption.
So
this is not a corruption save.
Gotcha. So I'm using my corruption as a benefit for this.
You are using your corruption as a benefit. So you will do a d20 plus 8.
9 at this point.
9 at this point.
I used it. Who did I use it on? I used one and I failed in the battle, in the running part of the battle.
Okay.
I think it might have been Upri when I made Upri big.
All right.
We just kept going. I didn't say it.
d20 plus 9, and you have a DC 18.
Oh, I rolled a 12, so that does come to a 21. So that is a success. That's 1 success. That is a 17. That's 2. It was 17 plus 9, so 26. That's 2 successes. And, I rolled a 4, so that's only a 13. So
All right.
that's a failure. And I gain a corruption, is that right?
Correct, yes. So you're at 10 corruption now.
I really don't want to move into, because I think I'm 1 away from being moderately corrupted, and I don't want to move into that if I don't have to. But we'll see. I failed again, so it does move me into moderate corruption.
All right. So with moderate corruption, I'll queue that up.
What does that mean for this particular moment?
Just let's do all our rolls, and then we will narrate out what happened.
That's another failure. God damn.
All right. So you are at 12 corruption.
There we go. That's a 22. 23.
So 12 corruption. Okay. So I'll start with the mechanical bits.
Okay.
So the mechanical bits are, you are going to gain access to your level 5 soul class abilities. These are super powered abilities granted to you by your Titan, the Assimilator. In order to make it here, however, you had to let their will into you. You had to let go a little bit of yourself. And you have moved into the moderate corruption tier and gained something called the gloomy aura.
Oh, I'm sad boy.
So, mechanically speaking, the temperature is noticeably colder in your vicinity and impacts the mood of those around you. The DC of all charisma, persuasion, and charisma deception checks against people within 5 feet of you is increased by 2.
Okay.
So, yeah, you are big time sad.
I give off sad boy energy. Got it.
Yeah. The potential end of the world, the loss of control in your life has put you on a mental spiral.
That tracks.
A doom and gloom outlook on life. Yes, you are complete. We will consume all. And then we will rule everything.
Great.
And with that, I'm going to send you off on your way, and I would like you to bring down the next victim.
Victim. Great. Okay. Bye, everybody. I'm just gonna. Okay, bye.
All right. So, I'm going to repeat for the audience what happens because you weren't here to hear it. As the Titans burst through the void into the material plane and they sweep across the battlefield, murdering hundreds of people in a single blow, time stops. Your body freezes, and so does the world around you, but your consciousness lingers. You find yourself lifted out of your body and into an inner space. Your soul. You float within your soul and you can feel it. You feel the confines of your soul. But within it, you also feel that connection with the transgressor. That channel that has been tugging at you for the last year. Whispering in your ear, pulling you in a direction other than what you would go of your own free will. Enticing you. Corrupting you. You feel the energy of the transgressor welling in the bottom of your soul, taking up a corner of it. Give me a perception check.
Okay. It's weird that I'm the only one here because that means I have to keep everyone. So that is a nat 20.
A nat 20.
So 21. I've been rolling great today.
There is a light within you. Deep down in that well of darkness, situated by the transgressor, almost smothered by their hatred and their disdain. But as you become more familiar with the shape of your soul, you start to see shards of light burst out from the swirling chaos at the pit. You have a feeling you know what this energy is, this lightness, this purity. It is creation itself. It is the seed of life. It is Arcanus. You hear her calling out to you. But her voice is muffled, smothered out by the transgressor. I will not let you get to her. You're mine, Yanshe. I am in control here.
Why do you have so much hatred for Arcanus? Why do you want to destroy her so much?
I do not hate from whence I came. I hate the distractions she created for herself. You pitiful, small ants. I could have it all if it weren't for you. But she became distracted. She abandoned us.
don't think she really abandoned you. We are all Arcanists. We are all part of her. And so are you. And each person, each one of these ants that you deem worthless has a part of you in it. You are the transgressor. Every day, someone goes through life with either pride or wrath or gluttony or sloth or any of those other so-called deadly sins. So as you're trying to destroy the person that gave you life, all of us life, just remember that we are all her, included you, and you live throughout all of us, just as Arcanist does.
Yes, they do live in all of you, and it is so delicious to watch you fall from your pedestals to be consumed by Solarius and Maligna. See, they understand what I have been through. They understand my plight, their rage, their lust. They will consume you so that I may get what I want.
And what is it that you want?
For you to be wiped off the face of existence. You disgust me. All of you.
If we disgust you so much, why don't you just go? Why don't you just cease to exist? Why don't you disappear?
So I just handed you a piece of paper. And I think the direction that this conversation is going is the first option. Is that an accurate assessment of the situation?
Oh my goodness. I think where I'm coming from right now is that throughout this entire season, I feel like they've made Arcanist out to be the bad, like slightly out to be the bad person, and she's just kind of taking care of herself, and we are all part of her. And what does the third option actually? It's definitely not the second one, but what does the third one entail, or what does?
So basically, you are being given the option to either sever your connection with the Titan, to be like, I don't want to deal with them at all. That's the first option. The third option is that you want to turn their energy on themselves, that you want to take control of the situation and overpower your Titan. To force them and bend them to your will. But because you got that nat 20, the first option comes with a light. And you can feel her calling to you. But she needs you to clear out this corruption for her voice to be heard.
I think I am going to take the first option to shut them out.
All right. So we're going to do some rolls.
Good thing I used my. I used some of my.
All right. So, in order to shut them out, you are going to have to do a will check. So, your will right now is
+8.
8. So, you will roll a d20 plus 8. The first DC starts at a 10.
And can I use my pack of the talisman for these just to add some bonuses since that's what
Yes,
they're
you
there for?
may.
Okay. The first one is a 17 plus 8 is 25, so I passed.
Okay, 1 success. Now make a corruption save as you feel the anger, the rage of the transgressor welling up in a loud wail bellowing from the pit of your soul.
It says, so do I have to make it with disadvantage or do
Yes, with disadvantage.
plus proficiency against corruption table?
Yes, so the corruption table, you are at 4 corruption, so you are in mild, and your soul class level is 4, so you have a DC of 15.
So it's whatever I roll +4
Plus proficiency.
against corruption. So
And I believe your proficiency right now is 5.
yes.
And then, yeah.
That'll be a 16.
All right, so you save against corruption, so your next check will still be a DC 10. So make another will check. So that's your D20 plus 8.
20 plus 8.
Yeah.
So that's exactly 10.
Exactly 10. That will pass for your second success.
Okay.
Make a corruption save to determine if this screaming that is now, you hear this like, it's like they're clawing out from the bottom of your soul, just like trying to clamber and grasp at you, pulling you down with them.
This one is an 8.
Okay, so that will fail, which will increase your DC by 5.
Oh,
So
fuck.
their voice, the transgressor voice, starts to drown out your own. They are screaming at you. You feel that their rage is welling up inside you, and it is terrifying you. It is starting to make you feel very small. Make that will check.
I'm going to use one of my inspiration tokens.
All right.
Woo, good thing I did. That is going to be a plus 8. That's going to be a 22.
A 22 will pass. And with that, you have your final success. As their voice silences.
You're the ant, not us.
That light in the pit of your soul begins to shine bright as the cloudy, murky corruption fades away. And your entire soul is filled with this bright light. You feel Arcanus, her warmth, her love. Everything about life begins to fill you with joy. The whispering of the transgressor has left you completely. You put it behind you. Mechanically, you lose access to your soul class. So none of your transgressor abilities are available to you anymore.
Okay, that's fine.
And I want you to move to the second page where you feel this energy welling within you, this lightness, Arcanus, creation, You get to, so mechanically, you will be making will checks against a DC 15. And we are just going to keep track of how many you succeed on.
Right now?
Yeah. So let's just keep rolling that dice. So roll that D20. Does it beat a 15?
Yes.
All right. Roll again. Does it beat a 17?
Yes.
Gorgeous. Roll again. Does it beat a 19?
And it's +8.
Yes.
It just hits 19.
Gorgeous. Roll again. Does it beat a 21?
No.
All right. Roll again against a 21.
It is exactly 21.
Gorgeous. All right. Roll against a 23.
No.
Again against a 23.
No.
All right. You have just gained 4 levels. So I'm going to send you off back upstairs, and you're going to level up to level 18.
Oh, damn.
As you feel life rocket through you. You are just lifted. You feel everything about you begins to grow. You feel stronger, faster, more powerful. Your magic seems more innate. You understand. You get it.
All right. For Meredith.
For Meredith. Now bring me my next victim.
All right. Bye, y'all.
And because you weren't present, I'm going to repeat this again for the audience. The Titans have just burst out. Hello.
Howdy.
And they've just murdered hundreds of people in a single blow.
Oh, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. There's a lot of death that just happened. However, in that moment, it feels as if time stops. The battle around you freezes. Your body locked in place. And you're lifted out of this scene into an unfamiliar place. As you're sitting with it for just a moment, you start to feel the contents of your soul. You know yourself. You also know the feeling of the dreamer, how that cord has tugged at you, how those whispers have sounded in your ears. The little deja vus that have surrounded you your entire life. The nonsensical dungeons. The people and places that defy reason.
Mm-hmm.
And you know it's been their doing. And as you look down below you, hovering in this extra planar space. I mean, what is a soul, really? You see the swirling chaos that the dreamer has taken up inhabitants in the pit of your soul in. Can you make a perception check?
Oh boy. Perception is a wisdom skill, so I have advantage on that.
Yes, you do.
Oh, perfect. That's going to be a 17. Actually, no, that's the wrong because it's a +5. I think it's an 18 now. Or it might actually be a 19.
All right.
I will find that out right now.
18, 19, they'll both do it. You see the shards of light bursting out from this chaos below you.
Mhm.
It feels different. It feels different than the dreamer, and it's something that you feel like you left behind in childhood. There's a lightness, a love, a joy,
Mhm.
a playfulness that the dreamer's voice has been shrouding from you for years. And it's bringing back a flood of memories. Is this Arcanus?
That's wild.
But as you begin to think these thoughts, and you hear the muffled voice call out, ringing from the depths below, you hear the louder one, the one you've been more familiar with. Ah, Salvador.
Hey, you.
We are so close to finally meeting in the flesh.
I can see you're breaking down the door to get in here.
Yes, this pesky door. Will you help me tear it down?
And what do you expect to do once you get inside?
Well, we'll tear down everything. We'll make it all anew in our image. Doesn't that sound wonderful, Salvador? Haven't you grown tired of all of this fighting against the inevitable?
That it truly does seem inevitable at times because I've been getting a lot of offers in from you and other interested parties. And honestly, I don't know what to make of it. I feel like the result is pretty predetermined. So my response will be yes, sure. Let's team up.
Ah, perfect. I knew I could count on you, Salvador.
But you know the deal.
Yes, our deal, it still stands.
I hold out my hand for an illusionary handshake of sorts. What exactly is going to happen if I agree to this?
Well, first, could you recount to us the details of our deal? They seem to have slipped my mind.
Is this the dreamer? I get the I say, you are the dreamer, correct?
I am.
I believe the terms were that if I were to help you get out, that you would set aside a spot in the New World Order for me and whoever I wish.
Ah, yes, I remember now. A perfect little oasis. With you as the designer.
Sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
It sounds lovely. Think of the world we can create, Salvador.
I have a lot of plans. So I read the first page? Or the highlighted?
You don't have to read anything, so I am handing you a piece of paper where I believe you are most aligned with the second option, titled Strengthen Connection. Does this seem like an accurate assessment of the trajectory of the scene and the deal that you are making with the dreamer?
So is it laid out that I have these three options, or I'm just...
They're not, like, laid out.
But it's like, this is the most present thing in my
These
mind.
are the mechanical options that I have written.
Gotcha.
But I am gauging the direction that you are taking the scene and assessing it as the second one. If you believe that there are ulterior motives that Salvador has that are going to shift into one of the other two, let me know.
Can I say what my secret plan was?
Yeah, what was your secret plan?
My plan was that given the terms that I had laid out where I could decide who exists in this New World Order, I'd basically remove all of the Titans and the Primordials.
Okay. So that sounds like it could actually be a betrayal, which is more aligned with
3.
3. However, it sounds like you also want it to be delayed. Is that true?
Delayed in, like...
As in, not at this moment?
Yeah, not at this moment.
So, you will feel the dreamer begin to offer their powers to you. So what we can do, and this is going to be a little interesting to play out. We're going to go with option number 2, mechanically right now. And when you decide that you would like to betray the dreamer, we can run the mechanics of number 3.
Okay.
And just shift from one to the other. Because mechanically they give you some different benefits.
Got it.
So this one's pretty straightforward. The dreamer is now going to lend them their powers. And you will, if successful, gain your level 5 soul class abilities.
Nice.
Which are the powers of the dreamer. So in order to achieve this, you just need to do a corruption check and get 3 successes. And then track how many failures you get, because you will gain that much corruption.
Okay.
So just start rolling dice and tell me when you reach 3 and how many corruptions you get.
So does my deja vu happen where I gain advantage on one and disadvantage on the next for these rolls?
That deja vu, if I remember correctly, has more to do with having an enemy, right?
Oh, yeah. So this is neither an attack roll, an ability, or a saving. Well, it is a saving throw, right? No, it's a corruption check. So
It's a corruption
I guess
check,
it's outside
yeah.
of that. Okay.
So we can just say it's outside of that. That was more of like there's activities happening that you're getting wrapped up in.
Gotcha. So I have a 25% chance of getting this without gaining any corruption.
Yeah.
That's 1 fail. So now I got 5. That's another fail. That's 1 pass.
So we're at 6 corruption
That's another pass.
with 2 successes.
That's 3rd pass. So I only got 2 corruption.
Okay, 2 corruption, and that still keeps you within the mild tier of corruption, so no other corruption effects.
Nice.
will be bestowed upon you as you feel the power of the dreamer welling up inside you. And you see as that light at the bottom of your soul is shrouded in darkness. All right, with that, why don't you send down our last victim?
That was pretty relatively swift.
Yes.
Okay. Hi.
Hi.
I'm so scared.
You've just been waiting in anticipation as the other three have come down here one by one.
It's been rough.
And yeah, so this will be the last time I reiterate this for the audience, but you weren't here, so I need to. So, as the Titans have broken through to the material plane and they are trying to burst through their door, the crack in the wall, I should say, time stops.
Okay.
The battle freezes around you. Your body stuck in time as your consciousness is propelled out of reality and into what we can only describe as the soul. Your soul.
Okay.
You feel the shape of your soul. You feel the flavor, the colors, the
What does it taste like?
the tastes, the je ne sais quoi of your soul. And you also feel your cohabitator. The one who
Fern,
you've
right?
been cultivating. You've felt it growing over the last year. The director, weighing heavy in the pit of your soul, pulling you down. Can you make a perception check?
Oh my god. Hold on, let me open my character sheet back up. Ooh, I get a +6.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, I'm proficient in it. Oh, it's only 12.
All right. You feel there's something buried beneath them, but you can't quite make out what it is. It's just the weight of the director pulling you down. Oh, Upri. Oh, I was hoping to see you again. Do you regret your decisions?
Usually.
Good. Just how I like them. Frail and malleable.
Do you always have to be such a prick?
It's what I'm best at, and you have proven yourself to be unvaluable. So I am making my way out, whether you like it or not. Step out of my way, Upri.
I don't think so.
I said move.
Bitch, can't you see I'm frozen? What are you talking about?
I'm going to hand you a piece of paper. Well, I'm going to hand you a stack of papers, but don't look very closely at.
Just the top.
Yeah, just, I am
Oh no.
assessing that you're either one of two. You're where I've assessed Upray is at is either option 1 or 3.
And the pages are the options?
No, the headers are the options. So you are either of the mind that you want the director to get the fuck out, or you are spiteful and you want to overpower her. Which is it?
Her. The director's a she, her.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, as much as of a she, her as a primordial being can be.
Oh my god, this is giving me so much anxiety.
What do you want to say to her in retaliation? Move out of the way.
No.
I told you I won't ask again. I will take what is mine.
I'd like to see you try, bitch.
All right. I would like you. I'm assuming this is option 3.
Overtake?
Is that what you want to do?
Probably shut them out.
You want to just shut them out? Okay. You want to sever the connection.
Yeah, I want nothing to do with them.
Nothing to do with them. All right, cool.
I'm strong enough on my own.
All right, make a will check. That is a d20 plus your will, which I have you at 6.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. 18.
18 will do it. It starts at DC 10. So now make a corruption save to determine whether or not their voice grows louder.
Shit, I left my folder upstairs.
Just roll a d20 and then add 5.
18.
18, and you are at moderate corruption, level 4. So that is the DC.
Holy fuck.
So
That's high.
yeah, you hear the director's voice welling up in anger inside you. But you're able to push it down. Make another will check. The DC is still 10 because you are able to push down her voice.
14.
All right, second success. Corruption save as her anger begins to well up inside you again.
Natural 1.
Natural 1. All right, it becomes booming, overwhelming you with her will. The DC is raised by 5 for your final will check.
Fuck. Oh, do I use this dice?
DC of 15.
All right, let's...
And you do gain a point of corruption, which will put you at 6 corruption.
Okay. Oh, come on, dice. Come on, dice. Come on, dice. Hell yeah. Still plus 5 or plus 6?
It is plus 6.
24.
24. That is your third and final success that you needed. You only gained 1 corruption in this process, but it is over. The director is with you no more. The corruption, the chaos that had been weighing you down, filling up the pit of your soul, clears. Their voice dissipates.
Oh, fuck.
Mechanically, you lose access to your soul class abilities permanently.
Well, fuck.
But turn to page 2. As your soul begins to fill with light,
Oh.
the darkness of the director had been shrouding her from you. Arcanus's voice begins to sing within you, welling up with joy and love and life. She begins to fill you with energy. Make a will check. DC 15.
18.
All right. Make another DC 17.
Oh my god. Aw.
That's a failure.
11.
Okay. Another against the DC 17.
17.
That's a pass in my book. Okay, DC 19.
Woo! That's a 24.
All right, DC 21.
18.
All right, second failure. DC 21 again.
Fuck. 16.
Go level your character 3 levels.
It's pretty damn good. That'll put me at 17.
And can you go grab everyone?
Yeah.
Do that. Time is going to start back up. You've all been ripped out of reality for just a moment. I mean, it really wasn't any time at all here. And you all made some decisions. Unsure what each have done.
Yeah.
And the battle commences. You see the tentacle, the arm, the staff flailing out of the void tear, slamming into the ground, thrashing about, clawing to get out of the void, make their way through the tear. And then you see colossal chains shoot out through the void tear and wrap themselves around the Titans, pulling them back into the void. And that is where we're going to end today's session.
Holy fuck.
We all come back down here just to be like,
I definitely just missed something. I dissociated for a second.
chains.
Coming in,
Chains.
reining them in.
Grabbing the things and pulling it back
Oh.
into the void.
Dear intrepid listeners, as we close the curtain on this latest chapter of Shadows of Prophecy, we bid you farewell from the mysterious tapestry of our cosmic tale. Remember, the darkness never sleeps, but our doors are always open for those brave enough to explore. We could not do it without your support. A special thank you to our generous patrons, JayCeeAitch, Chris B, and Maggie Z, whose unwavering support keeps the candles burning bright here at Goblin Forge. Before we bid you farewell, remember to like, follow, and subscribe to stay updated on our future journeys into the unknown. There is literally only one left.
Yeah.
So please be here for our finale on the 25th.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yep, banana phone.
Organic.
This playcast is a Goblin Forge production. If you enjoyed what you experienced today, follow us on Instagram at goblin_forge_TTRPG, at goblin_forge on TikTok for who knows how long, or join our Discord
Rip.
community.
Mood.
And if you haven't already, be sure to share the mysteries of Shadows of Prophecy with your friends and fellow seekers of the supernatural. Until we meet again, may the mysteries of this world continue to intrigue your mind and awaken your sense of wonder. Stay curious, stay daring, and always embrace the darkness. Bye!
Do-do-do-do-do-do.